for Muslims on self-improvement. This is a commentary on the video titled Take Yourself Seriously from a YouTuber named Ian. His channel's name is Profound Pondering, but this is basically a commentary where I break that video down into practical steps that you and I can do to actually improve ourselves. And then I conclude with a Quran verse that I believe ties everything together and gives that spiritual kick for us to actually start and take action. So point number 1, take the risk. Right, we've heard this many times before, this concept of high risk, high reward, and it depends on where you are really in life, but for many of us, we're in a position where we can take risks and the upside is so much and the downside is so little. It's like, so what if in many of the things that we're afraid to do, we're afraid to start, we're afraid to make progress in, oftentimes it's like, so what if it doesn't work? Take the risk, because the pain of regret is much worse than the pain of just trying and then failing. Point number 2 is give 100% to that which you're actually trying to achieve. You know, the title of the video is Taking Yourself Seriously. I mean, it ties well, because the only reason you wouldn't give your everything to your goals and your objectives in life, if you don't think you can achieve it, you don't think it's like really gonna happen, you don't think you're really gonna make it, that's why you're not doing it. Because if I could promise you that you were gonna make it, wouldn't you continue to just always put in your effort, because you knew it was gonna work out in the end? So give 100%, strive, struggle, put in the effort, sacrifice for your goals and objectives. Point number 3 is you already have everything you think you need. A lot of us, I think it's just an excuse to start that thing. You know, we say that, you know, I still need this thing, capital, and I need this camera, and this microphone, and I need this accessory and that tool, but it's not true. I fundamentally believe more often than not it's just an excuse, because in reality, had you had those things, you would have just made another excuse to not start, and you would have said, oh, actually I think I needed this as well, and oh, don't forget about that. You have everything you need. Go and start doing that work, start taking that action that's going to get you towards your goals and your objectives. It's not that you need this, that, and the other. You're making an excuse. So get up and work. You have everything you need already. Point number 4, live in the present moment. I think, I heard this story from, I think, Hamza. We spoke about a pretty successful, wealthy guy who had been planning a holiday for multiple months, and this holiday comes around, big family, and his siblings or whatever with their children, and the children are having a good time. And the first night he sat on this balcony at this holiday location, wherever it might be, and he thinks to himself, wow, how beautiful isn't this? Wouldn't this be such a beautiful place to come around next holidays? What is that showing? It's a lot of us, and especially in this whole self-improvement space, constantly trying to progress and become better, we tend to neglect being present in the moment. And it's always about what's next. And it's like that example that I just gave about the guy on holiday. It's like he was literally there, he's in the moment, Like, why is he thinking that next holiday it's gonna be a good idea to come here again? No, like, he's literally there. So you're literally there. You're in the process of, growing and improving. Take the time to just be present, right? Because time is gonna go by. And yes, I mean, especially if you're living a life doing a lot of productive things and constantly improving yourself, you're gonna look back fondly and you're gonna be very happy and satisfied that you spent your time the way you did. But I think if you're anything over the age of 16, you know that there's many times you look back on life and think, man, I should have been a bit more present. I should have taken advantage of that certain moment, of that certain time in my life. So live in the moment, value the present. Point number 5, very much tying into point number 4. Right, take a moment to be grateful and appreciative as well. Right, when I say value the moment, part of that, or being present in the moment, part of that is kind of just take an opportunity to say, wow, I'm actually grateful. And there's a hadith as well that speaks about, this is not quoted directly, but the hadith basically, according to my understanding, look at those below you, look at those less fortunate than you, look at those who have less than you, so that might cause you to actually be more grateful, because that's one of the easiest ways to really feel blessed, to really feel like you have an abundance of blessings in your life. Because it's easy to look at those who have more and you think, wow, I don't have this, I don't have that, this person has that amount of money, this person has that material thing, and this person has that beautiful relationship. Well, think for a moment about the people who have less than you. And this can be in regards to so many aspects of life. People who have less knowledge than you, people who have less money than you, people who have, no family in their life, no good relationships, people who are in dire situations, people who have a worse physical state than you. You are healthy, you're breathing, you can function, you've been blessed with so many things that, quite frankly, we all take for granted. So yeah, point number 5, be grateful. Take opportunity to be grateful and appreciative, whether that be to your creator, to your parents, to those around you, and to be honest, even just to yourself. Be grateful to yourself that you've done the work that you've done, and then continue to do more hard work. Number 6 is learn about yourself, know yourself, and in the process try to love yourself, because I think it's hard to, oftentimes we have, with the standard that we hold ourselves to is the standard we hold others to. So if we are particularly picky about certain things within ourselves, oftentimes you look at other people and you judge them in that same way. Now, that's a conversation for another day, if that is fair, and but the point here is, in terms of a practical step, learn about yourself, get to know yourself. Who are you really, right? Avoid also comparison, because oftentimes we compare ourselves and we're trying to be the next so and so, and we're trying to emulate the life of that certain role model. Okay, cool, but we are also our own individuals. So who are you? Who are you, right? That's the big question. Learn who you are, learn about yourself. What are your interests? Where are you trying to get to? That's important, because that's an indication of the lifestyle that you live. If you see yourself in a certain light, that's how you portray yourself. That's the actions that you take. That's like how you behave and how you think. So who are you? Identify that, and then take actions that's actually in line with that identity that you present yourself with. point number 7 is be you, be real. And this is a powerful term that I love. Be authentic. Alright, I mean, similarly to point number 6, I mentioned that we oftentimes, we look at those ahead of us. We look at certain, especially in the age of social media, we look at those who have fame, those who have validation, and we try to emulate that lifestyle. We try to be those individuals, essentially. But I think it's really important to be you, be real, be authentic. That, and man, it's amazing how people can actually just tell, when you're being fake, when you're being authentic, when you're being real. You can see it in somebody's eyes, you can see it in somebody's voice, you can see it in somebody's mannerisms. Like, are they trying really hard to portray a certain character? Are they really trying to, give you a certain picture of themselves that they want you to see? It's not the real them, but they're just trying to portray a certain image to you. People sense this, man. It's just like this incredible thing that humans are able to pick up from each other. Be authentic, man, because that goes a long way. Be authentic. Be real with yourself. Be you. Be you. The actual you. And then point number 6 is make life meaningful. Now, the concept of meaning of life, it's a big topic. It's a big topic, especially in philosophy. And we ask the question of what is the meaning of life, right? And you can ask 100 different people, you probably get 99 different answers. The point is it depends on you. But I think a nice definition for the meaning of life is living a life, or when you ask the question of what does it mean to live a meaningful life, it means to live a life that is actually in line with your values. It's in line with the things that you want to do, that you value, that you prioritize. If you live a life just always paying attention and giving time to that which you thought was worthy of your time, you lived a meaningful life, man. Like that's what it is. So make life meaningful. Tying everything together, just identify what you're trying to achieve, where you're trying to get to your goals and your ambitions and so on, and actually live a meaningful life. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be sat in your deathbed one day, at whatever age. Really think about it for a second. What are some of the things that you're going to be proud that you did, and what are some of the things that you're going to regret that you never did? It really, when someone takes the time to think about that, it really opens up a whole new perspective on where you should be spending your time, some of the things that we're doing consistently that's taking up our lives that we should probably let go of, because we're going to regret it big time at the end of our life. So make life meaningful. Actually pursue your dreams, your goals, your objectives in life. And finally, a Quran verse that I think quite nicely ties it all in together. I think there's many Quran verses, many approaches one could take when you're summarizing all of these points. And I'm no scholar, I'm no person of knowledge, I'm simply a student, always trying to learn more. But the Quran verse that came to mind was Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Indeed, from Allah do we come, and unto Him is our return. I think the correlation is quite simple here, is that at the end of it all, no matter how you spend your life, no matter what you spend your time doing, what you achieved, what you didn't achieve, what you accomplished and didn't accomplish, at the end of the day, we're all on the same path. And it's funny because I've often heard this saying of, we're all on different journeys, and we're all, going down different paths in life. And sure, but the way I almost see it is that we're going down different paths that that's all gonna meet at the same intersection, and we're all ending up at one place, and that is, we're all gonna end up on the day of judgment in front of our Creator, being questioned for the life that we lived. That being said, just that Quran is just a reminder to keep that in mind. No matter what you do, no matter how you spend your life, you came from your Creator and you will return to Him. And the verse we can speak about for long, but when we talk about going back, it is not just about, oh yeah, I'm returning there. It's about, you're going to return there, you're going to be questioned, you're going to be criticized, and criticize is not the right term I'm looking for, but your life is going to be dissected, and you're going to have to explain yourself. So be cautious of that. Remember that. And that's all I have to say.